Shane, where are you right now? I'm about to leave to head to another wedding venue to take a look at it. It's almost time for our appointment there, so could you hurry up and come home?
Oh, just a second ago I canceled that appointment. So today there's no need to head to that wedding venue anymore.
What? What are you talking about?
Actually, the venue that you chose for us to take a look at, it wasn't good enough for my mom. There was no other choice for me but to cancel that tour, right?
Why is your mom having that much of a say in our wedding, though? Does that mean you're over at your mom's house right now?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And I was called by my mom this morning to come all the way out here. She told me she had some things to tell me about the wedding and all that. And when I showed her the place you and I had in mind, she told me it's too expensive and that we needed to find a cheaper place to have it.
Even though this is our wedding, she's not going to listen to what we'd like to do for it?
You really are so annoying sometimes. My mom is asking that we have our wedding at the cheapest place possible, so that's where we're having it. When it comes to my mom, her word is final, and the same thing will go when it comes to our wedding, so listen.
So, no matter what your mom says, you're just going to blindly listen to it?
For as long as I can remember, every time I listened to what my mom was saying, it turned out to be the correct thing. Actually, aren't you being a bit rude right now towards my mom, Julie? I guess it's true that those without parents have no clue how to talk to them. Because you were never disciplined when you were raised in that foster home, you have no idea how to treat my mom when she tells us what to do. Parentless children shouldn't normally be getting treated to anything at all. So you'd better be thankful for this wedding you're being given.
What the hell? Is it really that wrong for me to ask that you and I make the decisions about our wedding instead of your mom?
Stop complaining so much just because my mom has given us her opinion on the matter. All right, are we done here? The wedding venue viewing or whatever is canceled now, so I'm gonna take it easy over here at my mom's place for the day before coming home.
Shane...
Julie, you told me before that today you were supposed to be going out to take a look at that wedding venue you really liked, correct? If you plan on reserving a date at that place, let me know and I'd be happy to support you with the payments. Please, don't be afraid to ask.
Thank you so much for saying that, Robert. But it doesn't seem there will be a need for that anymore. However, I'm happy to hear that you were willing to do that for me.
I suppose you were saying that the place you want to have your wedding at is very well received and is popular among you younger folks, right? If you're trying not to ask because of the price, please don't worry about that. I would really like to show you how much I appreciate a wonderful girl like you getting married to my son Shane, and that means doing so by getting you that venue.
I'm so thankful to hear that from you, Robert, but we've changed our minds last minute on the kind of venue we want to have the wedding at. Thankfully, the viewing and everything was free, so canceling it last minute wasn't a problem at all.
What happened that made you guys change your mind like that? Did my son start whining about the price of the place?
Not just him, actually. The one who really wanted us to go to a different venue was his mom. Today, Shane went out to go see her, and that's where she told him that she wants us having our wedding at the cheapest venue possible. Shane said we have to listen to her, so we can't have the wedding where I wanted to.
Are you telling me the truth? I don't want to believe what I'm hearing here. But thinking about how my Shane and my wife are, it all makes sense. Julie, I'm so sorry about them. Later on, I'd like to meet with you in person and apologize to you more then. As for Shane and my wife, give me a bit to go and talk them both straight.
But you're really busy yourself, aren't you?
Please don't worry about my circumstances, Julie. To be honest with you, I'm partially responsible for those two thinking that they can both go out and do whatever it is that they want. So would you please let me handle them?
Ugh, all right. I'm sorry that you're having to do that, though, while already having your hands full.
You don't have to apologize to me for anything when it's those two who should really be apologizing right now.
Now you've really gone and screwed things up. You went and tattled on us to my dad, didn't you? Because of your nonsense, he's now more mad at me than he's ever been in a long time. All of that preaching from him was a serious waste of my time. I was having so much more fun playing my games before he came through the door and started digging into me like that. How can you go to my dad like that and tell on us just because one thing didn't go your way? Are you an elementary schooler or something?
It was your dad who asked me earlier today about how things with the wedding venue went. I just told him what you and your mom wanted us to do and nothing more. Also, if you're going to start calling me an elementary schooler now, then what does that say about you when you still haven't seemed to have left your mother's side yet?
Shut up about me right now. My mom happens to be the best mother out there. But when it comes to you, things are totally different. My dad is my dad, and he has nothing to do with a foster child like you. So you cut it out thinking you can use him however you'd like to.
What the hell is this, Shane? Why aren't you listening to anything I say to you anymore? You told me before that you were totally fine with the venue I'd picked out and that you'd really want to go and have a look at it in person, right? Why did you lie to me about that and change sides at the end? Saying out of nowhere that we couldn't go there anymore? And your reason for that was your mom telling you we couldn't go there? I'm sorry, but I can't accept that kind of an excuse from you.
And a parentless child like you could never understand my situation. In the end, the most important people to me are my family members related to me by blood. And when it comes to my mom's advice, she does it because she wants the best for me, so I will always listen to her. Yet for some reason, you continue to run your mouth complaining about everything she says. Not only are parentless children like you unable to understand how important family are, but you don't even know how to listen.
Well, then what about you, Shane? You know what? Whatever. Screw getting married, then.
What? Hey, whoa. Now you're going to act all tough in order not to cry? Do you even know how old you are now? You're 28 years old now, so if you let me go, you're gonna be all alone with nobody else coming to pick you up. I'm serious. You let me slip through your fingers, you're gonna regret that choice for the rest of your life. Are you really okay being a single old hag for the rest of your life?
If I had the choice between that and making you my husband, I'd choose being forever alone in a heartbeat.
Oh, is that right now? Then go ahead and run off. Just don't come back to me crying like a baby later on, all right? Hey, Josie. Have you finally come around to letting your head cool off? You told me something stupid before about not wanting to get married anymore. But I'm sure that now you're regretting those words coming out of your mouth, right? Well, you take those words back right now, woman. Then I'll let you come back to me, but you'll never be allowed to act out a line like that again. And you'll have to listen to every single word my mom says for the rest of your life.
Not sure what you're talking about when it comes to my head cooling off, because this whole time I've felt pretty level-headed. And even now, I don't regret a single thing I said. Which means that I'm not going to take back what I said and go back to marrying you.
So you're still going on about some stupid crap like that? I mean, Jesus, we've already gone to the courthouse and everything to get married, right? If you want to end our marriage and everything now, that just means you're going to become an old hag with a strike on her, all right? Do you understand what something like that means for you, Julie?
I'm saying all of this because I know that. Currently, I'm talking with your dad about the divorce while we both work to get myself prepared for it. So could you please stand by and wait for the day I get back in touch with you about it?
Are you actually screwing around right now? After this, there won't be another day in your life where you'll get to run into a man as amazing and successful as me. By the way, if you do divorce me and get that strike on your back, you really won't have another chance at getting married like this again, right?
But the thing is, if I had to choose between being alone for the rest of my life or having to make a husband out of a mama's boy who doesn't care for his wife like you, I'd choose being single.
You really are such an ugly, crying child. I wish I'd never gone out and gotten married with a parentless idiot like you. You're making a massive mistake by choosing to leave me and go back out into the world all alone. By the way, I already posted all over the internet about how I'd gotten married and everything. Getting all these messages from everyone wishing us a happy marriage, only to be getting divorced by you? What the hell am I supposed to tell all of them about this?
That has nothing to do with me, so I don't care. How about you go and explain to them what really happened? Tell them that your mom went ahead and told you to cancel the place that I really wanted to have our wedding at, and said for us to choose the cheapest venue out there. And that you never listened to anything your wife had to say about that and told her to just shut up and do as your mama said to do, and that's why we had to break up. I bet you can go to all your friends and everything and explain that to them to see what they all think.
How dare you make fun of my mom and I when you don't even have any parents? Damn it. I should have never married a woman like you in the first place. Well, if you really want to get that divorce from me so badly now, then go ahead and try it. I understand now that the perfect woman for me would be someone who's just like my mom and puts the family and her husband before anything else that's in her head. I'll go out looking for someone like that on a dating app or something so that I never have to deal with a waste of time like you ever again.
I might do just the same thing myself then. Honestly thought you were a really good person at first, but I can see now that it was just a mask covering up the sorry excuse for a man you are deep down. I used to think you could think for yourself and respect those that respected you. But seeing as you only listen to whatever comes out of your mama's mouth and won't even turn an eye to your wife, I don't think someone like you will ever be able to get married again.
Shut the hell up right now! It's too late to regret any of what you've said now, you know that?
I'm never going to regret this, though. Today I'm going out with your dad to talk some more about the divorce and everything, and with the help of him, I'll be handing you the divorce papers. So when those papers get to you, please read and sign all of them before handing them in at the courthouse for me.
You really are a disgusting bitch for using my own dad like that to help you.
You're at home currently, right? I've got all the paperwork for the divorce with me and will be coming home now, so make it quick getting it all filled out and signed for me.
It's disgusting that you're siding with a woman like Julie on this. Could this mean that you and her have a thing for one another now?
Why the hell would you ever think of something as depraved as that? I'm just doing my job as your father and your mother's husband, and I'm taking responsibility for all the crap you've done to her. I can see that her staying with a man of your kind would only lead her down a path of pure unhappiness, and I don't want that for her. And that is the reason why right now I'm doing my best to make sure this divorce happens as soon as possible.
So you're not gonna do anything to help keep your own son happy?
Part of what I'm doing is for you, though, Shane, since this divorce will ultimately lead to you figuring out what's wrong with yourself and hopefully fixing it thereafter. You just don't happen to understand that because you've been spoiled by your mother for so long now. It's not too late for me to take action, though, and I'm going to try my best to turn you into a proper man that understands how to treat a woman right.
Will you stop talking about me like I'm not already a gentleman? At the very least, I'm a better put-together adult than someone like Julie, who has no parents at all and doesn't know how to treat a mother-in-law.
Tell me what makes you think you're so well put together.
When you get married, you're supposed to distance yourself from parents like us and focus on making a family of your own with your wife. You're supposed to be thinking about things like a house and having kids with the woman of your dreams. How come you never understood that before wasting Julie's time like that? Look at yourself, though, Dad. Do you really think you're in the position to talk down to me like that? Are you aware of how often Mom tells me she's upset with the man you are? In reality, she would like to spoil me even more than she already has been. However, due to you always getting in the way of that, she says she's not giving me enough of her love anymore. I would feel so much better if you would have let Mom love me even more. So get the hell out of our way and let us be happy. Also, due to your incompetence, I'm gonna have to wait even longer now to know what happiness awaits me in marriage. So give it up acting all powerful, saying that you're doing what's best for my happiness, or whatever the hell.
I am partially responsible for having raised such a spoiled mama's boy like you. Had I just been a bit more stubborn about it before when asking your mother to stop, then you would have never ended up such a sad man at the age of 30.
Huh? Did you just call me a mama's boy? Don't you dare put me together with those disgusting people, Dad.
Well, you're the perfect example of what a mama's boy really is. You're 30 years old now, for crying out loud, yet the only words that ever come out of your mouth are Mom, Mom, Mom. And you haven't even moved out of our house yet. I've told you so many times before now how I've wanted you to move out and start living on your own for a change, right? If you don't leave us soon, then you're never going to turn into a respectable man. I've told both your mother and you that if you move out of the house and start to make decisions on your own, then you will be able to support yourself in your later years. Yet after all of those warnings, you have not once listened to a thing I said to you.
Now that you mention it, you might have told me some things like that in the past. But to be honest, I don't usually ever listen to you, so it's hard for me to remember those things.
Seems that both your mother and you see family as a completely different thing compared to my views. Well, I'm not going to deal with that kind of childish behavior anymore. I'm going to have to take matters of this family into my own hands now, and from now on we'll be in charge here. All you guys have ever done is enjoy the money I make, living it up in this house of mine, never appreciating the man who has earned it all.
That's too bad for you then, isn't it? If you're not going to treat me with the love Mom does, then it makes sense that I'm not going to appreciate you.
Do you have no desire to improve yourself anymore, then? If, after all the things I've said to you, you're still answering me like that, then that means none of the words I have to speak will ever reach you.
I'll only ever listen to what Mom says. Right now, Mom is sitting with me in bed reading everything you said. And she's told me to tell you that neither of us are gonna listen to you.
Is that right? All right, then. I'm going to take that as both of your guys' announcement that you want to cut ties to me.
What?
With that, you no longer need to come to work tomorrow or ever again. Today you're being fired.
None of what you're saying is making any sense to me right now. This all only involves this family's matter, so why are you bringing things about the company and my job into all of this? Because you have been working for my company. And just a second ago, you made it very clear to me that you will not be listening to anything your father, your CEO, has to say. And if you want me to make this more clear for you, when it comes to a man that can't even take care of his own family, he is hopeless when it comes to taking care of his work. I've realized that from years and years of experience and know very well what future you hold. Go screw yourself, Dad! The only one getting screwed here shall be you! Now you tell this next part to your mother who's sitting right next to you. After what all I've seen and heard from the two of you, I've made my decision. I'm now planning on divorcing her when I get the chance to. You're freaking lying, right? Mom is nothing more than a housewife, right? And if you go and fire me from the company, then how are the two of us supposed to support ourselves? You guys can go ahead and start thinking about the answer to that one. Not like you'd ever listen to what I have to say about that anyway, so stop wasting your time asking questions like that. Are you happy making both Mom and me suffer for absolutely no reason at all? We're supposed to be your family. I can't believe what's about to happen here. I am done spoiling both you and your mother like I have been for the past 32 years. I've finally come to the conclusion that I no longer love the two of you. You're an adult now, biologically, so this is your chance to finally think about what to do with your life on your own. I can't believe this crap! Are you seriously going to abandon both Mom and me now? Had I never gone and gotten married to you for a little bit there, then my life wouldn't be going to hell right now. It's all because of you that my life is completely ruined and irreparable.
Don't you dare start blaming me for any of that, you grown-ass man. Even if it was never me who you ended up going out with and getting married to, there would have been some other girl that would have led you to this same outcome.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! For someone without any parents, don't you dare preach to me like that. The only reason I even started to go out with you is because my mom told me that you looked like a mentally weak girl. And someone who would always listen to everything we said to you.
That is absolutely insane. So you even choose the people you go out with based on what your mom tells you? And you only chose me because I looked like the kind of person you both could control? You both really are the worst. Now I'm going to have a deep disdain for your type for the rest of my life.
Well, being hated by some lowlife who's never had any parents before won't bother my mom or I one bit. Jesus, all of this only happened because we went and canceled that tour for a freaking wedding venue. Why the hell has that turned into this massive argument that makes no sense to my mom and me at all? No matter what way you look at this, it's crazy.
The only crazy person here is you, Shane. And by the way, do you still not understand why I've taken things this far now with you and will never, ever forgive you?
Nothing ever happened that would have made you act out like this towards me. And it's not like it matters where the wedding would have been because you and I would have been together for it anyway. The fact that you couldn't just be happy for that means there is something seriously wrong with you.
I explained that to you so many times though before, right? I wanted to have my wedding at the same wedding venue that my parents both had their wedding at before they had me and then passed away. Ever since I started looking at the picture I had of them at their wedding, I had a dream that one day I'd have my wedding there at the exact same place. I don't have many memories of my parents, if any at all. And that's why I told you how much I wanted to stand in the same place they both stood, starting my new life, making a brand new family like they had, right? When I told you all of that from the bottom of my heart, you said that it was a beautiful dream to have and one that you would fulfill for me.
I was just talking without thinking at the time. It shouldn't even matter where a wedding is held, which is why I never understood why you wanted to only go to that place so badly.
And that's why you forgot about everything I had said to you so easily and were able to cancel the plans without even thinking, just because your mom said so. You never really cared about how I felt or anything, right?
It's not that I never really cared about you becoming my wife. I cared about the fact that if you were to start listening to everything I told you, that you'd become the perfect woman that I could boss around.
At this point, what you're saying about me is so screwed up. I don't know what to say anymore.
You thought that I'd actually care what someone who isn't related to me by blood would have to say regarding our wedding?
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to let you hear about this now. Shane, do you have any idea who your real parents are?
Huh? What the hell are you going on about now? Unlike you, I happen to have both of my parents still around me, right?
Well, I heard the truth about you from your dad, and you're not going to like what he had to say. Both your mom and dad were never able to make a child, and so they were forced to go another route, that being child adoption. And that child they adopted was you, Shane.
You're lying. I've never heard anything about that before, and I sure as hell won't believe anything like that now.
Well, you've lived with those two almost all your life, and since you never remembered being moved into the same house as them, you don't have that memory. And with all of that toxic love your mom gave you, turning you into some rotten child, of course you would have never noticed you don't even look like them.
What the hell is all of this about? Are you trying to say to me that you and I are the same? You're trying to say that you and I are both parentless freaks? I will not be made the same as someone with the disgusting likes of you.
That's not why I was saying any of that to you. It's just, you've always been saying that to me, right? That those who are not related to you by blood are not your family, right? That would mean then that both your mom and dad aren't your family either, right?
You stop trying to trip my family and I up right now. To me, my mom is my mom. Between her and me, things like being blood related don't mean a thing. We're still family. We have to be family.
I see. You know how much it would have helped your situation out to have said something like that to me? Well, even if you were to say something like that to me now, it would be too late for us. So, I really don't care now.
Hey! Are you really telling me the truth about my mom and me not being related by blood?
The fact that you're still hung up on something like that means you really do only care about one's blood relation to other people, right? Well, you're not going to listen to me, that much is known. So how about you go and ask her yourself?
But if what you've said about us is really true, what am I gonna do? I have to start looking for a new job and everything as well tomorrow. Does that mean when I get my new job, I'm gonna have to start making money for someone who isn't even related to me in the slightest? I don't want to do that. Hey, Julie, could you go and set my dad straight for me? Tell him not to fire me like he's wanting to. Or maybe could you stop thinking about the divorce and forget it all? If you could do that for me, then I promise you that I'll change the person I've become into an even better man. I promise.
When it comes to your dad's company, it's not something I like to stick my nose into because I have no clue what goes on there. So no, I will not tell him to let you keep your job. And wait a second, what you're saying now is completely different to what you were just saying. You said to me that being related by blood doesn't mean anything, right? So go and hand in those divorce papers for me right now if you haven't already. If it seems like you're taking too long with all of that, then I'll go and have a word with my lawyer about it and have him take care of you. Goodbye now, Shane.
Damn it! I never wanted to learn that my mom and I aren't even related to one another by blood. Had I never known that, I could have been happy with her forever. What am I supposed to do now?
Because of all the work that you put into the divorce, Shane and I are no longer husband and wife. Thank you so much for what you've done.
The fact that I was able to help you out in such a way makes me all the more happy. However, me not being able to become your father in the end is a bit saddening.
You really were like a loving father to me, so I do feel sorry for myself. Also, it's because of me that you and your wife ended up aiming for a divorce now as well. I'm so sorry about that, Robert.
Nothing about the circumstances I have with that woman are to be blamed on you. Think of it like this. I've been getting fed up with my family for a while now, and after what she did to you, that was it. I couldn't handle her anymore. What my wife and son did to you is something that I need to apologize to your parents up in heaven for, even. You ended up having a divorce with someone at such a young age.
Come on, I'm sure that both my mom and dad are thanking you for protecting me like you have been right now. After all, had I been forced to stay married to a man like Shane, I'd really end up regretting everything about my life. The fact that you stepped in and stopped our marriage when you could is a kind act that I will never stop thanking you for.
Hearing you say all of that about it means that I should think of it in the same way. I'm sure this isn't something you want to be hearing from me, but I ask that you don't let any of this get you down, and push on with your head held high, making a life that would make both your parents proud.
I will. In the end, it seems that Shane really did only care about one thing, and that was his relation to those that he deemed important by blood. And so when he found out his mom wasn't his actual mother, he and her had a falling out. The stress of that knowledge now sitting in his head led him to no longer being able to focus on finding a new job. And both him and his mom getting into a fight at least once a day. And after his dad went and got a divorce from his mom, he had the both of them kicked out of the house before his dad went and cut ties to them. Shane and his mom would be forced to move into a really cheap and small studio apartment, where the both of them would begin to work part-time trying to make the bare minimum in order to survive. As for myself, once again turning into the lone stranger that I once was before, I worked on focusing on myself and making sure that I didn't fall into the slump those two did. Robert had stayed in touch with me all the time still and has been making sure to send me texts asking how I'm doing and when the next time we can meet is, like he's my true father. And after a few months later, when he and I sat down for a little bit to have some coffee at a nearby cafe, the look on his face when I told him about this new man I had found was priceless.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Huh? What, Mom? Why are you asking something like that out of nowhere?
I want to know what you're doing. I just saw you walking out in front of the subway station a second ago. That was you, right? What do you think you're doing walking around like that in public?
I guess that was me because I was just walking near there. So you happened to see me then? And question why I'd be walking around?
I sure as hell did see you. Tell me what the hell is going on, right now. To what extent are you going to keep acting all reserved and careless about things when you look like that?
Huh?
It's been 5 years since the last time I saw you in person, and there has not been a single thing about you that's changed. Your sister happens to be a model, and is making it big in that business. So why are you so simple and not doing anything fun with your life? Were you really born from the same parents as her?
I don't think that's something the person that literally gave birth to me should be asking.
Not only is your face not as cute as hers, but I tried so hard for so long to make you the cute little girl I always wanted you to be. And this is how I'm repaid? You never once listened to the things I said you should be doing.
Well, the reason I never turned out like Jessica is probably due to the fact that I don't care for makeup or dressing in fancy clothing.
And I'm telling you right now that that's not a good thing. Please, just become a little bit more like your big sister. I mean, she's been on live television multiple times now, unlike you. If people begin to find out that she has such an uncool little sister like you, they might stop caring about her.
I don't feel like her and I have anything to do with one another, though.
Ugh, I've had enough of this. I don't even want to think of you as my little girl anymore. I knew long ago that after you graduated from school, I should have just cut ties with you completely.
Well, you did end up kicking me out of the house then, so that's pretty much the same thing, right?
Well, starting today, I'm going to never speak to you again. I never want an ugly woman like you in my sights ever again, and I mean that.
Sure thing. You didn't even have to tell me that because that was my plan from the start.
You really have not a single thing about you that makes you decent, you brat. And I'd better never see you walking around town in such a laid-back fashion again, either. It embarrasses me knowing that my disgrace of a daughter is out somewhere where everyone can see her.
What's gotten into you this time? You really have the worst personality out of anyone.
Thank you for going out for coffee with me today. I have to meet with someone relating to my job there later today, and I didn't want to just sit around on my own for a few hours waiting. So you being around to talk with me for a bit and have a cup was very kind of you.
No worries, Jessica. And thank you for paying for coffee for me.
Also, as for what Mom had told you today, you really don't have to worry about a word she said to you, all right? She just happens to be a toxic witch is all.
I totally understand that. And luckily for myself, I haven't been worried by anything she said.
Are you sure? If you really aren't upset by her, then that's good. But are you sure you're not taking everything she said personally and are hiding it from me? I don't want you to be dealing with all this on your own, okay?
I told you I'm fine. You're getting too worried over nothing. If anything, I think it's you between the two of us that's getting all worked up by what she said to me.
What?
Jessica, you've lived your whole life being cared for so dearly by Mom all the time, right? So when you see me being treated like I'm not even her daughter, that probably makes you uncomfortable.
It does, actually. I have always felt a bit unnerved by everything she does to you. But for the longest time, I haven't ever been able to do anything to help you when things like that start again.
You don't have to worry about it, though. You and I have been friends forever, so we didn't know how to deal with situations like this. So don't feel like I'm angered at you or anything over it. Also, when Dad was still around, he was there to make sure I had someone who cared for me.
That's true. Dad was such a great man. But I still can't forgive myself for never stepping in.
Do you not realize that I'm thankful for you? When I was kicked out of the house after high school, you allowed me to come to your house for a while. If it wasn't for you doing such a thing, I'd have been left to the streets.
Don't feel thankful for that. At the time, I hated living by myself anyway, so it was for my own selfish wants. And back then, Mom was paying for half my rent and for a lot of my things in the place. So I was blessed with the house I was allowed to live in. And also, once you moved in, you started to do all the chores and cooking for me. So I really can't have you thanking me for any of that.
Well, come on now. You were never going to clean your house or cook for yourself because you were too busy being a model. I'd thought that at the time, that if I didn't start to cook for you, then you might start to gorge yourself on fast food and ruin the body that's gotten you your career.
See? I should be thanking you for taking care of me back then. Honestly, I'm a terrible older sister to you.
Well, I'm totally fine with you being a terrible older sister, so you don't have to get all down about it. Now, how many more times are you going to have me calm you down like this? I hate seeing you sad about everything, so I do it on my own wants. But you really need to get a hold of yourself out there.
You are right, though. I need to stop relying on you to make me feel better like this.
Understand that I'm not angry at you about anything right now, and that I'm thankful for having you as my older sister. Seriously. All right, that's the end of this conversation then.
All right. I'm sorry. Sorry about getting this way every time. I'll do my best to not get so worked up from now on. Thank you again, Ren.
Please take better care of yourself for me.
I'll try. See you again next week? I'm really looking forward to coming out with you to choose your wedding dress.
Now, I've already told you before that I'm going to choose my dress, all right?
No, you're not. I think I've told you before as well that you do not have a single sense in fashion. So if I let you choose a dress for yourself, it'll be a disaster. This is going to be for one of your biggest days in your life. So please let me be the one to choose your dress for you.
Dang it. I hate having to let my older sister pick out my dress for me. But then again, you are the model, so you have a far better idea of what's right for my body than even I do. Just make sure whatever you choose for me isn't too gaudy. See you next week.
See you soon. Hey, Ren, have you had a look at the picture I just sent you?
What? I just saw it. What is this? Are you planning to go to a funeral soon?
I know what's going on with you. You're going to be having a wedding here soon? I can't believe that my own daughter would try to keep her very own wedding a secret from her mother. And I'm sure you have no plans of inviting me to your wedding either. Well, don't worry, because I've been able to find out all the details regarding you and your upcoming wedding.
I guess I'm getting married soon. What does me getting married and having a wedding have to do with you and the funeral clothing you have there?
Well, I suppose it wouldn't be any fun leaving you here without telling you everything you should know about this. Oh, now, today is the day of your wedding, correct?
What?
Today, I'm planning on going to your wedding, and I'm going to be wearing these clothes to your wedding as if it were a funeral. Huh! And the reason why? Because a simple little brat like you would look a lot better having your mother dressed up for a funeral on your wedding day.
Wait. Hold on a second, Mom. My wedding isn't today, all right?
Yeah. I've already looked into all of it, so don't even bother trying to fool me now. Well, now that you know what you have to look forward to today, I hope you prepare yourself.
Hold it right there.
There are a lot more guests here than I was anticipating. It's quite amazing that someone like you would be able to fool this many people into coming to your wedding of all things.
You're lying, right? You really went there? Mom, I think it's best if you just turned around and went home right now. I'm not joking around.
I have no reason to be going home now after coming all the way out here. I can tell that the wedding will be getting started very soon here. I hope you're looking forward to seeing me when you get out on stage.
Mom, why are you still trying to harass me like this? I thought you already told me you cut ties with me, so I don't get why you're still trying so hard to be around me. Can't you just leave me be and go enjoy your own life?
The only reason I'm here to mess with you right now is because you never invited me. What the hell did you think you were doing when not inviting your own mother? Do you not feel any form of thanks for all the years I spent raising you?
You already told me that you wanted to cut ties with me, though. Why are you still going on about all of this when you don't even want me as your daughter? It's starting to become a headache for me trying to figure out how you really feel right now. Are you mentally okay?
Shut your little mouth. No matter how much I don't want you to be my daughter, you will still respect me as your mother and be punished for acting out of line. Now please, get yourself ready to really enjoy the wedding you're putting on for everyone. Of course I'll be waiting for you, and the clothing I found matched my feelings for you the best.
Why are you trying to do this to me? Seriously.
I find it very thoughtful of me, coming in this all-black dress for my plain daughter's wedding today. I'm sure you'll want the wedding canceled once you see how everyone else reacts to seeing the bride's mom in funeral clothing.
I already had my wedding yesterday, though.
What?
My wedding was yesterday. Today you're at the wedding of some complete stranger.
You're lying to me, right? Oh, there's no way I got all the information wrong. I know for a fact that the person who told me the details of your wedding would never mess any of the details up.
Tell me, Mom, who was the one that told you about my wedding?
Who? I just heard about it through some rumors, is all.
Through rumors. So what the hell were you just talking about? You made it sound like you had some kind of important informant, you idiot. Well, anyway, my wedding is not today, Mom. I can give you all the evidence you need of that right now if you want.
No way. You weren't kidding.
I have no idea who either of these people are that just walked out. If you knew that today wasn't your wedding, then tell me that sooner. I knew something was off here. All of these really good-looking guys here. Why would any of them ever go to a wedding for you, of all people?
Ugh, you really are such an imbecile. Well, have fun at the stranger's wedding. Bye-bye.
Wait a second. Hey, wait a second. Ren, you reply to me right now.
Come on. How many gosh dang times are you gonna try calling me today? It's pretty freaking annoying. I'm tired from my wedding yesterday and would really like to relax. Can you just save all of your BS for another day?
Hey, please, come help me. For some reason, I felt a little bit of fear by being at this stranger's wedding, and now I know why. I'm trying to leave, but they're not letting me go home now. They are saying that I'm from another gang, and I'm trying to make a point at the wedding.
Oh God, that's pretty scary, Mom. Well, I'm sure that they think that you were trying to harass the bride or groom in some way by showing up in all black for a funeral.
I want you to talk to them right now and tell them this was all a big mistake. If you don't, I'm not sure what's going to happen to me.
What's the situation like right now?
I ran and locked myself in the bathroom. But they keep banging on the door, asking me to let them in. They keep telling me they're going to all teach me a lesson, but I'm just an old and confused woman who got the dates wrong is all. I tried explaining that to some of the guests, but not a single one of them wanted to listen to me.
Well, that might have to do with them all thinking you came to the wedding dressed in black to try to harass someone. Ugh, all right. I'll go ahead and give the reception hall a call and see if I can explain what's happened to them.
Really? Thank you.
I went ahead and had a talk with someone on the phone, and I think I cleared everything up for them. Of course, you're not going to be let off the hook easily, though. You went and ruined a very important wedding to someone after all.
That's what they're telling me now. They're telling me to pay half of the wedding costs right now.
Pretty kind of them to only be asking you for half, right? I was thinking having you pay for everything would have been correct punishment.
But I can't even pay for half the wedding, Ren. Would you please give me some money?
That's going to be a no from me, Mom. Why should me, the one you were trying to harass today, give you any kind of money to help you out of your own mess? You should be happy I was kind enough to even call the wedding place and explain why you were ruining the wedding in the first place. But that's it from me now. You figure out how to pay them on your own.
What kind of heartless woman are you? This is why I call you such a plain and ugly woman all the time.
The only reason you've called me is that because you're a stupid witch. Well, that's it from me. You're really not getting any of my help now.
Wait a second. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm really sorry, okay? Your own mother is apologizing to you now, right? Jessica? Hey, wake up!
What? Why are you calling me over and over like that? I'm really tired right now and I'm trying to sleep in. Can you just call me later today or something?
Do not start acting like your heartless sister to me now, too. Hey, can you please let me borrow some of your money?
What was that?
A few things have happened to me, and I'm in real need of some money. You're a model, after all, so you must have a lot of money on you, right? If you have $20,000 just sitting around, that'll be enough for me. So please, just give me that and I won't bother you anymore.
Oh, I just got a message from Ran explaining the whole situation to me. I see what's going on here now.
What? A message from Ren? Just now?
I can see now that you're going to try asking me for help.
Well, now you at least know what's happened to me, right? I'm sure you already know how much your little sister hates me and all that, but I know you'll be kind enough to help me, right? Right?
You really think I'd want to help you?
I sure do. After all, I've done everything and anything for you all your life to make sure you were happy. Unlike that little worthless brat, Ren, you are the cutest daughter imaginable. You also happen to have a wonderful job. I was the one that helped you get that job as a model as well, right? You are my pride.
I knew it, Mom. You're the worst.
Hey, I know that this time I may have taken things a little too far, all right? Ah, right. Can you please come to the reception hall right now?
Huh? Why should I go there?
Well, you're a famous celebrity, aren't you? If you come here right now, you'll make a lot of these people very happy, and I won't have to pay them anything in order to leave.
What? Are you really saying that?
If you could just give a few of them your signature and take a few photos with them, I'm sure they'll let me go. So please.
So you're going to use your own daughter to get you out of a sticky situation with some strangers that you chose to piss off? I'm a little lost for words here. You're rotten.
Why are you calling your own mother rotten? Do you not realize that it's because of me that you're even able to be a famous model right now? I was the one that sent your resume and everything to that agency and got you hired by them.
Even though I told you time and time again that I didn't want you doing that.
Because of that, you're very famous. So who cares?
And yeah, I guess I am a very famous model now, but I wouldn't say that it's all because of you. I was the one that had to work hard to become the woman I am. And you never did anything to teach me how to actually be a model. So don't act like I owe you anything for handing in my resume, because I don't. To be honest, I didn't even want to be a model in the first place. I was only 16 at the time, and what you did forced me to quit high school. I then had to go live on my own in New York, practicing for something I never wanted. I was forced into a life of no choices because of you, Mom. A life I never even wanted.
Is that so? Well, I never knew that you didn't want to become a model and move out to that agency.
I told you so many times that I didn't want to go, but you never once listened to me. You used the fact that I wouldn't stand up for myself to make me live the dream you probably wanted for yourself but could never have. I wanted to just run away from you both and live my own life, but I knew there was one person who was really cheering me on. And she was Ren.
I get it, all right? And we can go ahead and talk about all of that at a later time, okay? I think I may have made some mistakes back then. But right now, it's a bit of an emergency for me.
What do you mean it's an emergency for you? To both Ren and I, we view this as you getting what's been coming for you. I don't have any reason to help you out of that situation. Goodbye forever now.
You freaking backstabber! I went through all that trouble favoring you over your little sister. And for what?
And I have a few things to say about all of that as well, but I'm sure someone like you would never understand what I mean. I guess I'll try my best to explain things in the most simple way I can. I happen to really love Ren, and seeing you ignore her and toss her aside all my childhood so that you could only focus on me really hurt. To me, she is the only family I have left ever since Dad passed away, and I'm not going to side with you over her. I have no need for you in my life. Goodbye forever now.
Wait a sec. Hey! Ren, I have something to ask you, so please respond to me. I can see that you're reading all these texts, so you haven't blocked me yet, right? I have something very serious that I'd like to talk to you about. I've already been blocked by your sister, so I'm not able to get in touch with her anymore.
Go ahead. I was just thinking that today would be the perfect day to finally block you, so this will be the last chance to talk to me.
I was kicked out of the apartment building that I was living in. I wasn't able to pay for the rent there anymore. Look, after what happened at that stranger's wedding, I was forced to pay a lot of money that I haven't been able to make back.
And?
I know now that I have done a few bad things in the past as well, okay? I know that very well now. I will apologize to you in person the next time I see you. So please just help me out.
You've done a few bad things in the past as well? Oh, so that must mean you feel as though I've done some bad things in the past too, then.
No, that's not at all what I meant by that.
I know for a fact that you do feel as though I'm still in the wrong for everything. So you were kicked out of that apartment? Sucks to suck, doesn't it? Good luck with whatever you end up with next, okay?
What? Hey, hold on. Do you plan to just throw me away then?
Well, look, Mom. It's not like you're working a job or anything. And for the past few years, you've been relying on Jessica to help pay for your bills, right?
Well, that didn't have to do with me not having any of the money myself. All that time I had enough money left over from your father after he passed away.
What did you end up using all his money on then? Have you been gambling it all away?
No, I had to hire myself someone to help me start searching for where both you and your older sister are living. I have really been wanting for both you guys and I to become a family again.
I see. And even with a hired pro helping you out, you still couldn't find us. So over time, you kept dumping more and more money into the pro for nothing.
That's right. So, please, can you at the very least tell Jessica that I'm wanting to talk to her?
Huh? Why do you need to talk with her now?
Well, it turns out that the pro I hired happens to be a really big fan of Jessica and all. So I promised him that if he can help me find her, I'll let him get to know her better. He said if that's the case, then he'd void the rest of the money I owe him.
Unbelievable. So both you and that pro are just creepy and stupid? Also, why the hell do you need a pro to help you search for us? Just do it yourself.
Well, that pro I hired is actually stupid, and that's why I still haven't been able to find either of you.
You both are brain-dead idiots. Can't with you anymore. That's it. If you think you can just keep trying to rely on your daughters for money, then it's better you just forget about being our mom.
Wait, this isn't about only money. But you have to understand that I don't have anything anymore. I need some money at the very least from one of you.
Sorry, I'm not in the mood to help you out. And I sure never will be. Would you please stop trying to find either one of us? If you keep all of that up, someone might find out you're our actual mother, and that might make Jessica look bad. After that, my mom was somehow able to get herself into a really run-down apartment, but she needed to continue borrowing money in order to feed herself, only inching herself closer to hell. She'd gotten herself a part-time job and all, but uses the money she makes there to keep searching for Jessica. I'm not saying there are better ways she could be taking care of herself, but I will say that if she doesn't put some of that money into paying off her debts, she's gonna have actual hell to pay. But of course, she really only seems to see us as walking banks and seems to think that she still has a chance of getting our money if she ever does end up finding us. By the way, I haven't actually blocked her number yet because I find it so much fun watching all the messages pour in from her asking for our help and updating me on her current disgraceful situation. But I'm sure that in time, as her debt continues to grow worse and worse, she'll come to realize that neither Jessica nor I care about her and that she's going to have bigger problems that she needs to worry about. Of course, that's only if she has the brains to realize what kind of trouble she's really getting into with all that debt. A few years later, my older sister ended up retiring from her career as being a model. She did so with the goal of being able to go out and do all the things she wants now, which will probably include her going overseas for a while. I haven't really spoken to her much lately, but that's just because she has a life of her own for once now, and someday I look forward to her dropping by my place again so that I can learn all about the things she's been up to. When it comes to my mom, neither Jessica or I have heard very much about her besides the fact that her last known location was at her apartment after being fired from her part-time job. I'd assumed that those that she was indebted to ended up losing their patience on her, started making their moves on her, leading to her being removed from everyone's daily life. She never did end up finding Jessica or myself either, and her last text to me was a year ago, letting me know that there was someone following her home a lot of the time. As for myself, I'm going to have my first baby this year, and will now have a family of 3. I'm sure compared to my sister, my life and everything is just really plain and simple, but I happen to like having my simple family around me every day, making me a proud and happy mother and wife, and no person is ever going to make me feel bad about that.
Hi, Erica. You're going on a business trip next week, right?
Yes, Charles. I told you a few times already. Why? Did something happen?
No, but can my parents come over?
Again? Really? They came last time I went on a business trip. Why do you need to invite them every time?
My mom loves this house, that's why. It's okay with you since you're not gonna be here, right?
Yeah, but can you keep an eye on her? She moves things in the kitchen, so I have a hard time finding stuff. Also, is it just me, or does your parents' stuff keep increasing? Are they trying to live here or something?
No, why would you say that? That's so rude.
I think I didn't say anything rude, but you do know that it's my house, right? Just be careful because it doesn't mean you can do anything.
Wow, you are so annoying. This is why no one likes you.
Excuse me?
You won't shut up, plus you don't do any household chores. So that's why I invited my mom over, because she'll cook for me and do household chores. If you want to complain, then why not quit your job and be a stay-home wife? Then you might become perfect like my mom, which will probably not be possible.
Can you say those kinds of things when you earn money like me? First of all, you're the one that told me to work because you said that we can't live off of just your salary. And now you're deciding to tell me to be a stay-at-home wife and do household chores? Are you serious? Why don't you do it since you're complaining?
I work, okay? Guys who do work don't do household chores, you know? Don't you have common sense?
That might be common sense in your world, but generally speaking, I don't think you have the right to complain to me because I work the same hours as you, probably a little longer, and I do the household chores for you.
Whatever, this is a waste of time.
You're right, it is.
Everything is so peaceful when you're on business trips because I don't even need to listen to you.
I think I'm the one that should be saying that.
I don't care if you're gone because I have my mom.
Okay, whatever.
I told you that we can live off just my salary, but you decide to work. I can't believe it. Such an embarrassment.
What the hell are you talking about? Your salary? Have you ever checked your payslip? If you haven't, why don't you check it first and then say those kind of things?
You have some damn nerve to talk to me like that. You will be homeless if I kick you out. Would that be okay?
What do you mean, kick me out? That's not possible, you know. Well, I'm at work right now, so I gotta go. Charles? What the hell is happening? I got a message from your mom that she finished moving. Where?
Oh, my parents are going to live with us. It's gonna be easier for them because they don't need to travel so far to come here.
Wait, you didn't talk to me about this. Are you serious? Did you plan this without my permission?
Yep. Do you have a problem with that?
Of course I do. It's my house.
Wow, okay. You know what? Such a waste of time talking to you, so let's divorce.
What?
If you don't want a divorce, then you better listen to me.
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm just saying that it's common sense for a wife to listen to their husband. I mean, if you want to argue, then let's divorce, and why don't you just get the frick out? I have no problem with that. I don't need a woman who can't shut up.
Okay. You know what? I can't even find the words to say to you right now.
Great, do not decide to argue, okay? My parents will move in while you're still at your business trip, okay? If you want to disagree with me, then leave the house.
Okay then. I'll move out.
Stop putting on a brave face. To be honest, you don't want to leave the house, right?
I'm not. So I will divorce you as quickly as possible and get out. Didn't we have a divorce paper we filled out before? Can you send it to me?
It's okay, I'll send out the papers for you. In fact, how about now?
I asked you to send it to me because there might be a possibility that you might not send it out, so if you don't decide to send it to me, then I will come and get it myself.
Are you sure you want to divorce me? You will regret your decision.
I think you're the one that's going to regret this whole thing.
Pick up the phone! I want to ask you something, so call me back!
Why?
What do you mean by why?
I don't want to talk to you since we're strangers now.
I do! Do not ignore me!
OMG, what the hell do you want? If you want to ask me something, then send me a chat. Not calling me, okay?
Why can't I pay for the mortgage? I was able to before. I even got a notice.
Of course you can't pay for it. Did you just realize that?
Why? It's a problem for me.
For you, you never paid a penny for it. I paid for everything. You don't earn that much money. That's why.
What are you talking about? I do.
Are you serious? You only earn about $1,000 a month. Also, you were spending it on whatever you wanted while I was paying for everything like living expenses and fixed costs.
For real?
Yeah. You probably didn't know, but I also make money from a side job.
What? Side job?
I'm actually running a company now.
What?
I explained it to you before, but you were on your phone and not listening to me, but I'm used to that.
I didn't know that.
Anyways, you should listen to people more and appreciate me because you had no problem living here, right?
You were really paying for everything?
Yes. Now that we're divorced, deal with everything yourself, okay? I think your parents quit their job because they thought you would be able to help them out, right? You're responsible for this because you let your parents move there.
I didn't know that my salary was low. Why didn't you tell me?
You should be the one to know because it's your money. You probably didn't know because you were spending it all on yourself and not for the house. Don't you think that you're an asshole?
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. Did I hurt your feelings by telling the truth?
What a bitch. You know what? Come home right now. If I can't pay off the mortgage at this point, I will probably be evicted. You know what? I'll take you back so you can come home and take care of us, okay?
Wow. What is wrong with you? Do you think that I'm going to go back to an asshole like you after all of this?
I'm allowing you to stay here because you're probably homeless right now, right?
Why would I become homeless? I'm living overseas, living my best life right now.
What? Overseas?
Yeah, so that means if you need help, I will not be there for you. I started a new business overseas.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
We divorced. Why would I tell you?
I'm gonna be honest here, but can you help me?
Huh?
I'm going to be kicked out right now and I have nowhere to go. Since we're a family, you're worried about us, right? Can you help us?
Family? We're just strangers, so I'm not going to help you.
Please, I'm begging you!
Nope. But I really thank you for letting your parents move in because it was a good opportunity to get divorced. Good luck with everything, okay? Bye! I cut ties with him, and since he couldn't pay for the mortgage, he got kicked out of the house with his parents. Since they all didn't have anywhere to go, they all went to the recruiting agency to find jobs. If he discussed everything with me first and showed me more appreciation, he wouldn't have ended up like this. On the other hand, my business is successful, and I thought that the divorce was the best thing that happened to me. But somewhere in my heart, I do hope that he finds a job so that he can help his parents.